We have now the ultimate love story for you. Echoes through the ages. This is something we can all learn from. Everyone here, team, you watching at home, they have lived the showbiz lifestyle. They're not bothered with it. They're utterly devoted to each other for 7 years. There's no 7 year, well, might be a 7-year itch, but not in the way you think. But here, they're right with us today.
They are the real-life lovebirds. Please welcome Humboldt penguins. They are Ferrari and Pringle. They're here. And then coming in.
Oh my God, they're adorable.
Come over here, they're going to cook. Come on, Scott, usher them over.
They're obviously smelling that fish.
They're having a little moment behind in the kitchen. Oh, they're so gorgeous.
So this is Ferrari, and this is his partner.
Why don't you walk in front and then they follow the food, Dr.
Well,
Scott?
I know, I was trying that, but they sort of...
Let them follow the food.
Should we go this way?
Leave them a trail.
They're like, so that's sort of... Here we go.
So this is Ferrari and Pringle, yeah?
Pringle, yes. So they're Humboldt penguins. Good boy, that's it. Go that way. There you go, good lad. Now, I should say that they are very used to the stage and screen. They work with amazing animals. Originally, they're actually at the Haythorpe Zoological Gardens out at the Cotswolds.
Yeah.
They're in a 20-strong colony. But the boys have, been together for 7 years.
So, yeah, it's very important to stress this if people are worried at all. These guys are part of the Amazing Animal Group, who've been working in the TV and film industry for 4 decades. These guys have appeared with Attenborough and Jonathan Ross show.
Been on Blue Peter.
They visit care homes and hospices.
They do put a smile on the face of people from care homes and hospices.
And they're used to warm climates as well, right?
They are. So they're more than happy in these sorts of environments, and they're used to it. But I think what's very reassuring is that they're very much in love, the boys. Bit of a complicated love story.
Oh, tell us the love story.
May I give them a fish?
You absolutely may.
Thank you so much.
Is
Have a
that,
look at that?
so
You sure?
Ferrari is the shorter one.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And then Pringle is the taller one.
Yeah.
Now, Ferrari was actually with his previous partner called Charlie, who's also a male.
Oh,
now,
right.
Charlie then decided that he preferred female penguins and then joined up with a female penguin.
Right.
They couldn't have babies of their own, so they actually adopted an egg. That egg hatched in the form of Pringle. And then when Pringle came of age, Pringle then decided that he was going to get with his father's ex, which is...
This is a web of intrigue. It's like Game of Thrones stuff.
But they're very much in love. They have a beautiful relationship, and been together for 7 years. So that's some good monogamy right there.
That's really good.
So the penguins, because birds are quite monogamous, more than mammals, aren't they?
Yes, so they are. So about 90% of birds are thought to be monogamous. In penguins, it's about 60 to 90%. Compared to us mammals, it's only about 3 to 5% in mammals. So,
3
yeah, so maybe not quite built for monogamy, but they do live these lifelong partnerships. Now, with Humboldt penguins, they do have monogamous relationships, and sometimes those change, but generally they stick with each other because there's quite a lot of energy exerted when you are trying to find a mate. And also they do stay together for the kids. So, you know, just like one of the Minogue sisters said once, better the penguin you know.
Oh,
well,
wow.
who needs neighbours when you've got this relationship?
We all need neighbours.
No, we do, actually, to be fair.
No, Caslib.
We do.
How do they show affection to each other?
So they really are very sort of intimate with each other. So they will rub their beak along each other's body. They'll do something called a head-banging kiss, which it looks a little bit aggressive.
They've gone round the sofa.
Okay, around that way.
Oh,
which is basically where they're sort of bouncing their heads off each other and sort of kissing each other. And then they rub their bodies together. So in the wild, that makes sense because it's giving them nice warmth, but actually it's a deep sign of affection.
Do they ever stay with each other forever?
Yes, they do. So there's actually a number of bird species that do stay together forever. So bald eagles will only ever part if one of the partners die. Whooping cranes as well. We all know of the Atlantic puffin. They actually go back to the same burrow each year and then mate with the same bird. And black vultures as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of monogamy within the bird kingdom.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I think they're a little bit confused by the river out there.
Ah,
they can see
yes.
the
Do you think that's what it is?
Well, one of them keeps looking. I think it's Ferrari's going. I'll get in. I'll have a go in there in a minute.
They're absolutely gorgeous, aren't
Aren't
they?
they?
It's like our very own Happy Feet.
I know, and they're very, very happy in these sorts of environments. They're professionals, but they are, part of this breeding group and you know they clearly are, even in same-sex relationships, they can still very confidently bring up young, because actually within the penguin world, males and females share the parenting quite evenly.
Do they?
So actually, as a result, same-sex partnerships are actually quite common within penguins, and they can successfully rear young.
You can learn a lot from these guys. It's just like 3 men and a baby.
But what's so sad is that they are actually endangered species, aren't they?
Yes, so there's only about 32,000 adults left in the world. In the wild, they live basically along South America in the Humboldt current, which is a very cold current. But they are energetic when it comes to their love life. They like to breed all year round. And you know what it's like, I suppose? It's the warm weather. It keeps them going. So they breed all the way from March to December.
Any idea why they're vulnerable? Is it climate change or...?
It's normally loss of environment, and then also there's a bit of egg collecting that goes on in certain species, like the Gen 2 penguin, for example. There's a lot of egg collecting there, pollution as well. So there is a lot of pressures on them.
And I've just seen them shaking. That's because they're excited, isn't it?
Yes, excited and interested. They're just sort of sniffing out the environment. They're probably looking for some fish. Dermot, what are you doing?
They weren't...
They had one job.
One job.
They weren't that fussed.
They weren't fussed about the food. Maybe they've eaten. Maybe they've eaten too much.
Oh, they're just full up on love.
What can I just say? Thank you so much for bringing them in.
Thank you. What can we learn from them? What are the take-homes, you think?
Yeah, what's the take-home?
I think that that same-sex relationships are present in about 15,000 different species of animal across the world. It's a completely natural thing. It's absolutely fine, and they're very much in love and very happy. So good on them.
Dr. Scott, thank you so much for bringing them in. They're
Thanks,
gorgeous.
Dr. Scott.